Hello, my name's Athencia G. Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton calls slavery a necessary evil. This had a lot of people up in arms over the last few weeks. But I asked myself, how did we get here? How did that conversation come about? So, Senator Cotton introduced an act called the Cotton Act to ban schools in the U.S. from teaching the 1619 Project. It is Senator Cotton's belief that the 1619 Project teaches young Americans anti-American sentiment and hate for America. Which, if it did teach that sentiment, then I would understand his position. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 1619 Project, here's a clip of the creator of the 1619 Project. Her name is Nicole Hannah-Jones, and she's being interviewed on BBC.
The project is led by New York Times Magazine reporter Nicole Hannah-Jones, who is the author of the opening essay. She joins me now. We would not be the United States were it not for slavery. This is kind of one of the original fibers that made this country.
Absolutely. The conceit of the magazine is that one of the things we hear all the time is, well, that was in the past. Why do you have to keep talking about the past? Well, one, I think the past is clearly instructive for how we are right now. But also, the conceit of the magazine is that you can look at all of these modern phenomena that you think are unrelated to slavery at all, and we want to show you how they are. And so we have a story there about traffic patterns. We have a story about why we're the only Western industrial country without universal health care, about why Americans consume so much sugar, about capitalism, about democracy. We're really trying to change the way that Americans are thinking that this was just a problem of the past that we've resolved and show that it isn't. And we were making so much money off of slavery that the founders wanted to be able to continue it. We're not taught that when we're taught about our origin stories. And not knowing that then really does not allow us to grapple with the nation that we really are, and not just the nation that we're taught in kind of American mythology.
And that money ends up fueling so much more of what made this country.
Of course. It's not incidental that 10 of the first 12 presidents of the United States were slave owners. This is where, at that time, this kind of very burgeoning nation was getting so much of its wealth and its power. It's what allows this kind of ragged group of colonists to believe that they could defeat the most powerful empire in the world at that time. And it went everywhere. It was north and south. We talk about the Industrial Revolution. Where do Americans believe that the cotton that was being spun in those textile mills coming from? It was coming from enslaved people who were growing that cotton in the South. The rum industry, which was rum was the currency of the slave trade. That rum was being processed and sold in the United States. The banking industry that rises in New York City is rising to provide the mortgages and insurance policies and to finance the slave trade. The shipbuilders are northern shipbuilders. The people who are sending voyages to Africa to bring enslaved people here are all in the north. So this was a truly national enterprise. But we prefer to think that it was just some backward southerners, because that is the way that we can kind of deal with our fundamental paradox at our beginning, that we were a nation built on both the inalienable rights of man and also a nation built on bondage.
Okay, so you heard a little bit about what the 1619 Project is. Now, the bill that Senator Cotton introduced is called the Cotton Bill, and it would render any school that teaches the 1619 Project as a part of its curriculum ineligible for certain government funds. And one of the programs that would be cut would be the Professional Development Grant. I didn't know what that was, so I went to the United States Department of Education website to find out what the Professional Development Program was. And here it is. So the National Professional Development Program provides grants for eligible entities, schools. It's supposed to assist education personnel with working with English learners to meet professional standards of English communication, which is written and spoken. So I had to take a minute to think about this. You would cut funding for such a program if the school taught the 1619 project. I had to stop for a minute and say that's deep. This is my personal opinion. I'm doing this as we won't help you learn to read and write, or actually we're going to put roadblocks into your progress into learning the English language if the 1619 project is taught. Now, I firmly believe there is no such thing as systemic racism. I shouldn't say, yeah, I do. I do believe the system was created in a very idealistic way. However, the people running the system have biases. And this is one of the biases in which I'm seeing, which is you teach this version of history, or this I'll say tidbit of history, and your funding will be cut. You say something we don't like, the money goes out the door. And one of the things he says is doesn't want to use tax dollars, mind you, it's our tax dollars, to teach anti-American sentiment or nonsense. I don't know. Tell me what you think.